welcome to day 3 of Vlogmas. I'm really enjoying doing this. It's really good fun. We've been travelling from Cardiff to our new destination and I'll show you a little bit of where we've ended up. Now, we've not had a proper look round yet. We just quickly walked around the city centre and this place is absolutely beautiful. It's a lot more of like our vibe, I think. A bit of a smaller place, a bit of a quieter place. I did enjoy Cardiff, although we went out last night for dinner. We had a beautiful meal. We both gave the food 10 out of 10. But being out in a city centre like Cardiff on a Saturday night is a bit overwhelming. It's very, very busy. And I liked the city, but I didn't feel like it was a really beautiful city. And I think maybe because we were staying over at the docks, and to get over to Cardiff city centre, it wasn't a nice walk. I think maybe if I'd go back, I wouldn't recommend the hotel actually that we stayed in. The building itself was beautiful, but I think I would have preferred to stay in Cardiff city centre, and maybe I would have enjoyed that a little bit more, I don't know. Anyway, I really enjoyed seeing Cardiff Castle, which I showed you yesterday, some little brief snippets, and thank you to everybody who left a comment on my vlog. I really do appreciate that. And I will put in a picture of what I wore last night. I was happy with the outfit in the end, although I didn't feel like I'd packed very well for this trip. Now I've unpacked all my clothes and got them all out, and hung them up here, I feel a lot more happy with what I've brought with me. I did think though that I would have preferred something a little bit more dressy to wear last night, and I tried on like 4 or 5 outfits before I decided on what I wore. I decided on my bias cut skirt, which is the Satin skirt by Vicky Sows. I did make myself laugh though because I'd got some new boots to wear and the whole outfit was kind of based around my boots, and I was walking from the taxi to the restaurant when suddenly I realised I'd not taken the label off my shoes, and that was quite embarrassing to have realised, oh no, I've got labels on the bottom of my shoes. So I had to go in the toilet and take the labels off. I really don't know how I've got the audacity to call myself Stitch in Style by Nadia when I'm leaving labels on my shoes, but never mind. So first of all, I'll put in some footage of where we are and what I've taken today. I didn't really get very much good footage. Oh, and I took some footage as well of the house that we're staying in. So yes, I'll send you over to that. And then when you come back, I'm going to do my advent calendar, and I'm also going to talk about this dress that I'm wearing. So this is where we've come for the next bit of our holiday, Wells, and on the sign it confirms that it's England's smallest city, because here is a cathedral, absolutely beautiful building. Here are the swans, and they normally ring this bell for food, but it's tied up today, so they're going to go hungry. We've just walked through that little ginnel and we've come into this courtyard, and this is our stay for the next 5 nights. So it's called the Hidey Hole, and Ben's just going to open it up and let us in. We've not seen inside yet. So we've got a little welcome card here and cake, and it's a tiny little kitchen, and down into the living area, a nice big sofa, there's an honesty bar there, Christmas tree, and then television on the wall. back through the kitchen and up some steps. So it's through into the bedroom. It's a nice big bedroom because you've got space on either side for drinks and things. And space to hang up clothes. There I am. Oh, there I am again. And there's a lovely big bath. And there's a shower as well. Oh, how nice. It's just everything you need for a comfortable stay. I'm looking forward to staying here. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing where we're staying in Wells, and it's a beautiful place. I'm really happy that we chose here, and as you've seen, the house itself is absolutely beautiful. Really feel lucky to be staying here for a whole 5 days, and we've got a few things planned. Tomorrow is looking another wet day, so I think we're just going to kind of chill and not do much tomorrow. Maybe we'll have another look around the city centre. We're planning on going for a run as well together. So now I've got the actual box, the advent calendar's coming, so I can show you that. So as I said, this is from Jess and So Much More, and it comes in this pink box. Here are all the little packages, and I'm on day 3, so I'm excited to open day 3, and I've got a pretty good idea of what is in day 3. I think these are going to be the little clips that you hold fabric together with. Wonder clips, that's what they're called, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Watch me be wrong, but... Oh, I am wrong. Oh, I've not got any of these. Bobbin thread match mates. Yeah, that's what they're called. Oh, so I think what you do is you put your thread attaches to one side of this, and then the bobbin attaches to the other side. So they're really handy. I've not got any of those. And it's really good that Jess isn't just duplicating things that we got last year. We're actually getting different things. Very excited about that. Thank you, Jess. So I did tease this a couple of days ago, and that's my new make that I made just before I came on holiday, so I could participate in a challenge that's running, and that challenge is the Peony Party, and it's run by Fabric Godmother, who do the peony dress pattern. The pattern is a beautiful dress, quite semi-fitted or quite fitted, depending on, you know, how you like it. It's got a zip up the centre back and a frill on the sleeve. So I've just been wearing it with my cardigan, but I'll take my cardigan off so you can see it. And Ben also took a little bit of footage for me. So I made it in this fabric, and this fabric it's just a 12. I have enjoyed wearing it today, but the fabric is very lightweight and the pattern on it feels like a little bit workwear to me. I am happy with how it looks. I made size 14, but I graded to the size 12 on the waist, according to my measurements. I also did a small bust adjustment. So I took ½ an inch out as a small bust adjustment, because I think it's drafted for a B cup and I'm an A.5 cup. So I think that's worked out well. I really like the fit over my bust. I love the puff sleeves, but I did have a problem with the neckline, because I think I need a forward shoulder adjustment on this make. It's coming up a little bit too high. In fact, I put it together, tried it on, and it was even higher when I first tried it on, and I had to redo it using a bigger seam allowance just to bring this down slightly. Now what it does mean is that it's not sitting quite right, it's not sitting flat along the neckline. So I would have to make an adjustment to the pattern. I don't know whether it is actually sitting a little bit back. Maybe you could tell me. So that's where the seam is there. Is it supposed to be a bit further forward? I don't know. Or would I just adjust this neckline here? Please let me know what you think. That would be much appreciated, because I've had this problem before, but I think all I've thought of doing is just bringing this further down, but I don't know whether actually that's sitting on the right place. I don't really know where it's supposed to sit. So yes, please, answers on a postcard for that one. What else to say about this dress? Oh yes, I didn't do the facings. I'm not so keen on facings, and I might have done a bias bound neckline, except I was hoping that I would have time, and I ran out of time for this, to do this in a silk velvet that I got from Goldhawk Road. It was my first trip to Goldhawk Road, and it was either earlier this year or last year. My friend Vicky would be able to tell me. And the first shop that I walked in, I saw this velvet on the wall and I just fell in love with it. It's a blue colour, it's lovely. I've not got it with me and I've not got any photos of it from home, so you'll just have to try and imagine it. It's a blue velvet, and when he told me the price, I was a little bit like, oh, I even forgot to ask the price before I purchased it, and it was quite an expensive fabric, and I said, oh, what is the composition of it? And he said it's silk. So it's beautiful quality, but I got the end of the roll, so it was only about 2.2 meters, and I've been trying to think of a dress that I could make with 2.2 meters. I have actually tried to put some pattern pieces on it for dresses, and none of them have fitted, but I think I might be able to get this out if I'm careful. Obviously I have to bear in mind the nap of the fabric as well. I might just have to leave off the flounce on the sleeve, I don't know. I'd be willing to do that if I could make it out of the silk velvet. Yeah, maybe that's still going to be a plan for December in time for some Christmas parties, I don't know, we'll see. But when it comes to what I'm going to do, rather than do a facing with the lovely silk velvet, I thought I'm going to fully line the dress. So because this was my practice, I thought I would practice lining the dress. So I didn't follow any of the instructions, how to, you know, put it all together. I might have just had a quick cursory glance at it, but I just kind of did my own thing. Now, I've lined this in the self fabric. I managed to squeeze out a front bodice and a back bodice to put in this. I've only got tiny little bits of this fabric left. So I didn't put the frill on the bottom. Oh, I also did a sway back adjustment, which is normal for me, and I also lengthened the bodice and the skirt and the sleeve. And my friend Vicky actually told me that the seam on the sleeve should match the seam on the waist, and actually it pretty much does, even though I didn't lengthen the sleeve as much as I did the bodice, but I'll show you. So here's the seam on the sleeve and here's the seam on my bodice. So you've got 2 darts on the body here and 2 darts on the skirt. There's 2 darts on the back shoulder and 2 darts down the back as well. So the darts are providing the shaping. The other thing that I think as well is that it's not exactly the right shape for my hips. So if you see here, it kind of goes here and then kind of goes out. I don't know whether it's like obvious now I'm wearing it, but I think maybe it would look better if it was just taken in slightly further down to there where my hip actually starts. I feel like it comes out a bit too much at the waist seam before my actual hip starts. So that just might, oops, sorry, I shook you. That just might be the shape of my waist because I do have a long waist. So I love this dress. I'm planning on making it in the silk velvet if I can squeeze it out. I've not actually checked the pattern pieces against the fabric that I've got, but I do need some tweaks to the pattern. So I'm thrilled that I've been able to join the peony party, and I think I've taken up far too much of your time already. But I hope you've enjoyed seeing my new make. So this was what I was working on before we came away. I finished it, I think, about lunchtime on Thursday, and then I was thinking, oh, could I have time to do the dress? I was very sensible and decided not to, and instead I decided to do some tidying up and get my sewing room all spick and span. So when we go home, I actually have, we're coming home on the Sunday, and I actually have the Monday off as well. So my room is so nice and tidy and neat, ready for me to start my next project when I get home. So after a whole week of not sewing, I am going to be desperate to get back in there. I was thinking at the time as I was cleaning my room, future Nadia is going to be very happy with me for doing this, and yes, I am very happy. Plus, I think it's nice to wear a wearable toile before you then go back to actually making the finished garment, because there's some things that you might not notice just trying it on that you will notice when you're wearing it. Now, I just said I've spoken long enough and then went on to speak a little bit more. But I have got my crafty project to share with you, but I'll share that with you tomorrow. So I will see you then. Bye!